Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to use the blur effects for both faces or objects within YouTube by using the YouTube video editor. So the way you do this is you'll be in your videos, and then you can choose the video that you want to add the blur effect on. Then you're going to go here to details. And once you're in details, you're going to come down here to editor, which is going to take you to the YouTube video editor. And then when you're here, you'll see this option called Add Blur. So you're going to go ahead and choose that. And here you're going to see two options. You're going to see an option to blur faces and custom blurring. So let's go ahead and start off with blur faces because I think this one works pretty well. So once you edit, it's going to process your entire video. And this could take a little bit of time depending on how long the video is. But what it's going to do is it's going to identify faces within your video. So this works pretty well. So in this case, there's actually two faces that it actually identified. So I could choose one face first, and we play that. And it's going to blur out the face for the entire video. And it works pretty well. Now, if you had a secondary face, or even more people than that, you could blur that as well. So we're going to choose two faces this time. And as you're playing this, as you can see, both of the faces are blurred, even when the person is actually moving. And so out of the two blur effects, blur faces works the best. And it does a really good job in identifying faces within your videos and also tracking it as well. For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at GeekOutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below. So now let's look at custom blurring. Now this one doesn't work quite as well. It's kind of hit or miss. So if you actually choose edit, and then you could choose the objects that you actually want to blur. So I'm going to try to blur two objects here. I'm going to put a square right here. Then I'm going to put a square right here. So here you can actually zoom in and zoom out. So you could see where the blur is occurring. And you can also lock and unlock it. So let me show you how it works right now. The default is unlock. So that means it's going to try to track the objects and blur at the same time. So we're going to move our playhead to the beginning. So let's go ahead and watch this. So it's doing okay. But once things start moving, it has some trouble tracking it. So it does an okay job, but I wouldn't really rely on this if you wanted to track objects and blur at the same time. Now, if you wanted to lock things, you can. So say, for example, the object's stationary, okay? So you could actually lock this one, and I'm going to choose lock, and it can stay wherever I put this object. So we're going to go ahead and play that. And unlike these other ones, this one shouldn't move. It just stays in that position until it's actually out of the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and lock these other two. So let's go ahead and go back here. And I'm going to remove the other one that I had just put a blur on. You can just click on the X. It's gone. Now for these two, I'm going to lock this one. Then I'm going to lock this one. So now the actual boxes, the blur boxes, stays in the exact same position. And so when it comes to this custom blurring, it works a lot better if you are blurring an object that doesn't move. If you're doing any type of tracking, it doesn't work really well unless you're using the blur faces, which does a really good job when it comes to tracking. So that's how you would actually blur faces or objects within YouTube using the YouTube video editor. And whenever you're done, you can either save these changes or save it as a brand new video, or you can revert back to original. Now, the main benefit in using the blur effects within YouTube video editor is that you don't lose any views or engagement on this video unless you were saving it as a new video. But as I just stated earlier, if you're doing something other than blurring faces or stationary objects, it doesn't do the best job when it comes to tracking blurring objects. So that is it for this particular video. If you actually had any thoughts on this or any other ways in which you blur faces or objects within YouTube, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you wanted to see more YouTube tutorials and tips, I do have a playlist. I'll leave that in the description as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Go Content Creators group, where you get access to additional videos and content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.